A 37-inch spare is not going to fit under the bed very well. I'm building a spare tire mount for the bed of the truck.
Nice.
A touch long is better than too short, but that piece will get bolted in with these L brackets, and then our spare tire mount will just bolt in somewhere along this channel wherever we want to put the spare tire. You must have put that on there. That was tight. Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Haven't measured anything really yet, so why start now? Yeah, I'm gonna cut this one a little bit further this way. I need to set it back, so maybe cut it both ways better. Do better. Just do better.
You see how he treats my car? She's a beaut. It's the cleanest tool you have because you haven't used it yet. What? Really? Don't worry, Milwaukee. We're just thoroughly testing your tools.
There's no sense in making it think it's going to get some other kind of life. Let it learn right off the hop. This is what I expect from you, and this is, well, this is not making it sound great for how our relationship goes.
Tape measure.
On brand, of course.
Snacks. You got snacks in there.
That's what the Strut Channel is really for. Between two nut certs, you can place snacks tactically.
There you go.
To like make sure that you're always able to not be in a calorie deficit type situation. I didn't want that anyway.
Lift the legs. Ooh. Perfect.
It's just gonna take a little planning from here on out.
Or you could just do this.
Should ride, at least
Briefly.
briefly. You get the idea?
Yep.
You get the idea?
He has ideas.
41 inches.
Oh Lord.
Oh yeah. Why is it always windy and cold now?
Because it's end of January.
Don't start with your logic.
Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy.
Oh. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So, my idea here, originally, we'll weld that in at the right height. I was talking to Caitlin some. Do the same thing but in reverse, to where I'd weld the nut side in. And if we could get... She's so noisy. Like, it's cold now. I know, baby girl, I'm trying to hurry. If I could get just the right size bolt, that way you could just run the bolt in from the front. Here you go. No, I gotta put this thing right where you're sitting.
Oh.
Sorry, darling. So I gotta... I don't know, as much as I can tell that's in the middle. I guess I could use a tape measure. I'm gonna go 18 and a half. Oops, too much. All right, so that's centered now. All right, well that just moved, but at least we got one of them locked in place. About like that.
Mm-hmm.
There's my centering ring that I'm gonna cut a little taper in. So this ring here will be used to center in this hole. And I gotta drill it out a little bit to get 3/4 inch bolt through there. I'm just going by eye.
That's about all we got to.
But all possible, I'd like to kind of keep it leaned out.
Mm-hmm.
I know. It's so warm though. It's actually kind of nice. Yeah, that'll do it for now. Let's get out of here before we pop a window. I cut one of those washers in half, so it should sit in nicely right about there. Help fill that in a little bit. I'll weld those in. Should help beef some of that up once I go back out to the truck and get my welder. All right, well, that's a spear in through the wheel, catch in there. It's in that little trough, and then you spin it around, tighten it down. This is all just approximation, but I want it to be as close as I can get it, and not absolutely drive myself crazy, which I am quickly approaching that stage. Now, wouldn't this be great to just clamp on my welding table here? Thinking. Oh, I saw it move. You might have seen it move too. All right, carefully lined up by eye. Oh, it moved. Jeez. Well, that's holding it pretty steady actually. By the way, there's 9 wraps of painter's tape on these handles here. Just in case you're wondering, you get just the proper offset. That moves a lot. This is where we're going to see how bad this really is. Actually, I think that's in margin of good enough. There you go. There's your tire spinner. It is nice and that it's still warm. Ready to even see what time it is. Ready for paint. Primer at least. You ready to go outside? Well, hey, look at that. Just in time before the snowstorm. I didn't get everything painted in time. As you can see, this is still, it's not raw, but it's galvanized. It's not been painted like this side rail, but this honestly could use a touch-up as well. But it works. Concept is there. The spinner works well. My spacer in the center of the hub works pretty good. You're not gonna throw that at me, are you?
Yes.
Oh!
Daddy, you want to make a snowman?
Yes. I'm gonna go make a snow van. So here's our cold weather test. Like I said, I didn't finish all the painting, but here's a closer look at it all done up. But one solid washer back here on the back, I cut that one in half and doubled it up so it actually equaled the same. These are just Strut Chanel brackets. All right, well, I think that's dry enough. So there you go. All that ugly weld there is hidden. So that's all you're left with once you take the spare tire off. So you can get most of the use out of the bed if you dump the spare tire back at home. And then it's just 2 bolts to remove the bracket. So you really don't lose a lot of space. It should go on pretty easy, but you'll see here. No, it just got some snow on it. It's just a snowman's hat. We'll get it back later.
I need to.
So that's it. Spare tire's back in. Mount worked. Just leaving this handle vertically, so if it starts to loosen up, I'll see it start to creep. Heck, if you add the cost of a cheap welder, you're still in under $250, and there's no other commercial options to do this, and the closest things to it are going to be well over 500 bucks. So even if you had to buy the welder and teach yourself how to weld, you're still going to come out on top on this. I'm pretty happy with it though. We'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and subscribe. Thanks for checking us out.
Make a snowman.
So it's snowing, but Aubrey said she wanted to make a snowman
Check.
and then wanted a milkshake. So we're going to get milkshakes.
So we will see how this goes.
I'm secretly very excited to go get a milkshake.